Hello everyone, let's skip pleasantries and get straight to the point. We're doing flashbacks again, and apparently everybody in this Dressrosa place is getting one. We need sappy, sad, miserable stories, and you know how it goes. The best writing tends to come from the darkest of places, so please tell me, how sad have you been? How sad are you? Well, my therapist is on holiday, so it's been quite rough. I can barely sleep, so I have nothing but time to question and regret my whole existence. Good, love it. How about you? Well, I'm here right now, doing the job I hate, and I have failed every single attempt at getting a new one because I'm a useless piece of garbage. Which I guess explains why my wife left me and took the cats. Oh, not the cats. The cats. Delightful. I'm expecting all the pain to bleed through the characters assigned to you. Well, I'm on my period, so pain and blood are definitely on the menu. Not at all what I meant, but works all the same. Look at the bright side. If there's anything you two can do is thrive in dysfunction. I wouldn't say thrive, more like flap around the surface and try not to drown. See, that's the spirit. If you could flap a little less and drown a little more, that would be grand. Okay. Cool, let's get the ball rolling. Who got Senor Pink? I did. Let's see. Senor Pink, Don Quixote officer, grown-as man wearing baby clothes. There is some deep psychological trauma there, and I'm here for it. Right, so I thought we had to address the baby outfit. You think? I mean, it could have just been a roleplay kind of kink fetish. People get up to anything these days. My wife sure did. Yeah, that's gonna be a no. Figured as much. So I came up with this. Senor Pink had a wife till she left him. And a baby until he died. So the baby clothes are a coping mechanism of sorts to deal with all the guilt and loss. Now we're talking. I'm loving the dead baby, but the wife living needs more depth. My wife living needs more depth. It really doesn't. Took her long enough. I mean, look at the state of you. I know. Anyway, let me tell you about his wife. Russian. Wasn't your wife Russian? Once upon a time, they met and fell in love. But she hated pirates, so he lied about his job. Are you rhyming? They got married, had a baby, and lived merrily until life pulled a 180. That awful rhyming has to stop. Fine. So anyway, one day while Senor Pink is out doing pirate things, the baby gets sick. And his wife called his supposed workplace and cat out of the bag and out of your life. No, Senor Pink, working at the bank. Ooh, delayed rhyme. I hate you both. Anyway, when he gets home, shit hits the fan. The baby's dead, and his wife is angry at him for not being there, for all the lying. They fight, and she runs away, and in a very conveniently dramatic turn of events, she gets into an accident that leaves her in a vegetative state. Dark. Oh, he's absolutely ridden with guilt and regret, and he visits her at the hospital every day. Didn't mean for it to rhyme, I do apologize. The thing is that she's completely unresponsive. That is until one day, while Senor Pink is playing around with one of his son's bonnets, as he puts it on, his wife smiles. A baby-sized bonnet fits an adult. That's not the point. The point is that he loves his wife, and putting on baby clothes seemed to be the only way to get a response out of her. So soon enough, the little bonnet turns into a full baby outfit, like pacifier and all. And he's ridiculed by the people in town for it, but he doesn't care because he gets to see his wife smile. That's very sweet and all, but couldn't he just get changed in the hospital room? Like, there was absolutely no need for him to be dressed like that around town. Because he's hard-boiled like that. He's what? Ah, he's paired with Frankie. Now it makes sense. A man's romance and all that jazz. Cool. Who's next? Baby 5. Oh, I'm doing her. No, I mean, that came out wrong. You came out wrong. You and my parents would get along. On that note, I'm going for baby 5 being abandoned by her mom when she was a kid because she thought that she was useless. Aren't all kids useless parasites? Well, yeah, you think that would be obvious, but clearly the mom hadn't thought of that, and at one point she just couldn't be bothered anymore. Sweet. Right, so baby 5 is left alone in the world and she makes it her purpose in life to feel needed, to be useful to others in a way to somehow justify her existence, which is a very toxic mindset to have, especially because that basically led her to be taken advantage of by everyone she met. That's a bit extreme. Indeed, like she got engaged 8 times to creepy dudes with questionable intentions just because she thought that she was being needed. Engaged, but not married. Oh no, Doflamingo would kill each and every fiancé just after they propose in order to protect her. I can't believe I'm condoning both murder and Doflamingo. Best way, Mingo? Calm down. So, mommy issues, abandonment issues, and a crippling lack of self-worth. You just basically looked into a mirror, didn't you? Fabulous! Who is next? Sabo? But Sabo is dead, and we did his flashback already. Yeah, about that. Turns out he's alive. Is Orochi working on this arc? I'm kicking her ass next time I see her. So, how did he survive then? Well, I wouldn't expect this one to make much sense, because it doesn't. But remember how Sabo died because a Tenryubito shot his boat? Well, he didn't die. He was actually rescued by Dragon, who took him in and raised him within the Revolutionary Army. Stop! Shut up! This is plot hole galore and I don't want to hear one more word. It rhymed, I know. You know what? We're done. We're done. I am finding that fucking idiot. Should we call HR? More like 911.